Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to give NIYZ3X props for making his video about white men are stronger. That video entitled "White Men Are Stronger." I was just watching that video, and it's a really good video, and it has a lot of truths to it and a lot of facts to it, and I figured I would comment on it a little bit. And he's right. He's right. He says that black men are looked down on, and women, but more times than not, it's the men that are looked down on worldwide. And when you visit other countries, and especially here in America, you're treated a lot worse. And it seems like it's been happening for so long, and it's something that's brought to the surface so many times that it's thought of as like a cliche. And it's just like, oh, here we go again, black people complaining again. But I myself, maybe I think about race too much, maybe I obsess about it too much, I don't know. But it's one of those things that, like, I can't ignore it. I can't act like it doesn't exist, because it does. And it's a touchy subject for me. It is, because even though I'm biracial, I've always loved my black side, and I've always had a passion for the black side of myself. And I see so many people, just black and biracial, but I see so many people just like saying they wish they weren't black, and they can't stand to date in their own race, and they don't date black women, saying they don't date black men, and black men doing the same about the women. And it's like it just gets me so angry, because they're so quick to point out each other's bad qualities and what's wrong with each other and why we don't date each other. But does anybody ever stop to think about how we got to this point? Why we have so many differences, and why we're so angry at each other, and why we display so many of the bad behaviors that we do? I mean, it's psychological. The shit that goes on in your head, and the shit that you do in your everyday daily life is psychological. And it's been nothing but beating and psychological put downs and stereotypes and just ungodly shit that just has gone on to black people since hundreds and hundreds of years ago. That stuff it's not gonna go away, and it's not gonna go away just like that. And it's like white people want to sit there and say, why are black people so badly behaved, and why are we incarcerated so much, and why are so many of us in jail, and why are we displaying all these violent behaviors? It's because it's psychological. It's all this abuse that has happened to African American people, that it's coming out. It comes out, man. People don't understand that. People don't understand that. And to all these black people and biracial people who say that they wish they weren't black, or they hate that part of their self, and they wish they were white. I think that's the harshest thing you could say, because if it wasn't for your parent who's black, if it wasn't for them getting beatings all the time, if it wasn't for them being tortured by slave masters and getting lemon juice thrown at them after getting whipped for doing absolutely nothing, if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be here. You know, it's like the life of a black person is a constant struggle. You know, it's people say it's gotten better, and I'm sure yeah, it has gotten better, but the life of a black person, or biracial, mostly black person though, is a struggle. It's a daily struggle. I mean, you're not going to set foot out of your house without some ignorant motherfucker saying or thinking some negative shit about you without even getting to know you. I've seen it, I've experienced it, and you know, shame on people like that, man. Shame on people saying they wish they weren't black, or I won't date my own people, or I don't date black girls or black guys. It's shame on you, man. You know, half the white people you meet anyways are gonna be so fake to you. I'm not saying all, man, because I know I got there's I'm not trying to offend any of my subscribers or anything, but it's true, okay? Half the white people you meet are gonna be so fucking friendly to your face, but as soon as you turn your black ass around, they'll talk so much shit about you and this and that and whatever, man. So it's like, you know, think twice before you limit your options and say, I'm not going to date a black person. Because me, I would rather date a black person. And it has nothing to do with race. It has to do with society. It has to do with a class issue. And being biracial, my class issue is more times than not on the level of a black person. So, you know, I know personally I can relate to that side of myself more times than not, because I know that's where the acceptance is going to be a lot of the times. So, you know, it just seems like it's and I've thought about not going on YouTube anymore because I'm so tired of seeing all these people saying I won't date my race, or I won't date a black or a white person. Look, man, it's like the people who have the most in here in the heart are black people. I've been embraced in my life more by black people than white people. When my father wasn't around when I was younger, I used to go to the basketball court and practice shooting hoops and all this. And this guy had no idea who he was. Just came up one day and started teaching me how to play. And he was, you know, he's turned into like a father figure for me. And, you know, I don't think any white person would do that. I don't think any white person would come up to me and put me under his wing like that. So it's like, people just need to, seriously, man, just evaluate yourself. Too many people are not thinking before they speak words of ignorance. So yeah.